many errors. She plays high percentage in mix. So I think having Oncins on the left side is going to really help her out. She needs someone like Oncins, someone positive, someone that's going to, you know, really take over. I really like this look for them.
Yeah, 22 years old, Eric Oncins has been shredding it in MLP.
Second serve.
Tackle of the year from Leah Jansen doesn't count for much. But Jansen talked about that even just in MLP for her, playing alongside a calming presence like Paris Todd. That's something she really seems to gravitate towards and enjoy. Oncins strikes through the middle, has quite a lengthy reach, to say the least. I wonder what that wingspan is.
And Leah Jansen with the setup. See, they complement each other so well. From what I could see already,
1-0-2.
Against a force like the Johnsons, who are looking for this golden mix. This is their bracket. This is their time. They want this more than anyone.
Ooh, had it off the bounce. He can engage, and he's got the soft stuff, too, he being Eric Oncins. We'll settle for a point. Jared Johnson will lead the service for her side.
Second serve.
Of course, Georgia and JW Johnson, a part of the Dallas Flash.
0-1-2.
So the team to watch this year.
Point.
Along with the St. Louis Shock.
MLP is so exciting.
1-1-2.
Every matchup is so exciting here at the PPA Tour and MLP.
Side out.
Put away from Oncins. Love seeing it. He does not care about the left or right side. He just wants to take over both.
Yeah, so true.
1-1-1.
That. Johnson's a part of the Texas Ranchers who've been struggling a little bit recently. Pop up. Georgia takes care of it.
Second serve.
Yeah,
1-1-2.
Georgia Johnson just handling her business on the right side, and this team also complements each other so well. Georgia Johnson, she owns that right side. JW Johnson doesn't even come over. He knows that Georgia can take care of it.
Point.
This is the portion of the draw that has the 8 seed Tyra Black and James Ignatowicz,
2-1-1,
and Dylan Frazier and Tina Pisnik right below them. So that would be the quarterfinal matchup.
Second serve. Two, 1-2. Side out.
Nice little bait ball there so that JW Johnson could come over and get out of position.
1-2-1. Point.
Jansen and Oncins tie it.
2-2-1. Three, 2-1. Point. Four, 2-1.
Covering by JW Johnson. Side out. No, excuse me, second serve now for Leah Jansen. Nice work on this possession.
4-2-2.
Another look. Heads up play from JW Johnson. Knew the drives were coming off the paddle of Oncins. Another big drive.
Point.
On the third from Leah Jansen. Gets it done on Georgia.
5-2-2.
Big play from JW Jansen. Heavy angle and big run for Oncins and Jansen, the 13 seed, looking to pull an upset.
2-5-1. Point.
Nice ball down the middle, causing confusion between the new partnership. I'd like to test new partnerships with that shot.
3-5-1.
It's a good idea.
Wow. Georgia typically wins that battle down the line with anyone she faces, but Oncins was one step ahead.
3-5-2.
Georgia's not afraid to go head-to-head with a male counterpart.
Nice blazing volley from Leah Jansen. Ball back to their side.
5-3-1.
Drive and crash style working so far for Oncins and Jansen. And the Johnsons will call a timeout there, trying to sort through the pins. And Leah Jansen playing lights out so far to start game one, looking for the upset against the dynamic sibling duo. Nice spot for JW Jansen, second serve now. Leah Jansen has golds in 2 of the 3 categories, 5 singles titles, 3 women's doubles titles, missing 1 in mixed. Oh no, Jansen was not sure that ball was sailing deep, as Oncins suggested.
Three, 6-1.
She read that cover pretty well. It's just an awkward spot to get to on the backhand side.
No. Ernie defended. Georgia Jansen. Unbelievable hand speed.
Yeah, JW Jansen, Georgia Jansen do a good job at getting the opponents out of position and really just putting the pressure on them by speeding things up.
Second serve.
Neat view of the facility. So pretty here at Lifetime.
4-6-2.
It's battle won by the Johnsons, climbing back in with a chance to tie it. What piqued your attention there?
5-6-2.
I feel like Jansen and Oncins are getting themselves out of position with the Ernies, and they're just being a little impatient, just grinding out the point a little bit more for the surprise attacks, not, forcing it right away. They're playing well, though, playing great, just a little rushed.
6-5-1. Point. Seven, 5-1.
That's deep, stronger outcall that time from Oncins, making sure of it.
The third shot, beautiful, and to follow it up, the pressure
8-5-1.
No switch for JW and Georgia.
Right side JW. Ooh, and Georgia on her way to calling it out. Couldn't get her paddle out of the way. Good run here for Jansen and Oncins.
That's a good spot to test when you have a no switch.
Why is that?
9-5-1.
The guy's usually the aggressor, so you're looking for the guy to take that middle ball all times.
Second serve.
That ball against JW Jansen may not have the same result, to your point.
9-5-2.
High forehand.
Side out.
Served too much from Oncins.
Nice, though. I like the pressure that they've applied on that side out.
5-9-1.
They gained quite a few points and the advantage, getting the job done.
Point.
She's sneaky. So sometimes she'll take the ball and dink it back.
6-9-1.
And then she holds the position the same way as her attacks out of the air. It's very sneaky.
Wow, Leah Jansen makes J.W. Johnson eat that one. Second serve now, Georgia and J-Dub.
Nice spot from Leah. She puts it right
6-9-2.
on the right side of J.W. Johnson, making it really tough to defend.
Unlucky off the tape for Georgia Johnson. Eric Oncins is sitting on the forehand. Need 2 points to start the Cinderella story. Georgia and J.W. Johnson have 4 mixed doubles titles to their name. Won 2 of those this season. In North Carolina with a win over Ben and Annalee and Mesa. Wow.
Nice.
Oh!
Oncins did such a great job at defending, but when he finally had the opportunity, his elbows were still tucked in from defending, which caused that forehand error there.
Side up.
Second behind it, Leah Jansen apologizing to Oncins. Ball back to the Johnsons, no points. Gifted there for Jansen and Oncins.
6-9-1.
If you give Georgia the same look, she's going to take advantage of it. Usually on the 3rd time.
That one's not coming back.
Nice timeout from Leah Jansen. She knows immediately they have to stop the momentum right now. They got to change things up, go to the sideline, discuss.
Wise timeout taken by Leah Jansen. 2-point hole for the Johnsons to climb out of. We've definitely seen that storyline before. We'll be right back with the rest of a wild game 1 so far.
Did I really just hit myself that hard?
Time in.
When rage takes over, it's tough.
7-9-1.
Leah's gonna battle through it. She always does. She battles through a lot.
Second serve.
I love her intensity.
7-9-2.
Oh, the right look.
Point.
But Oncins over cooks it wide.
8-9-2.
The Johnsons tie it at 9.
I feel like Leah's been trying to find that combo off of Georgia Johnson's speed up off of the forehand side, and she's stubborn right now. She wants to finish the combo, but I would like to see her go, you know, a little softer.
Softer at Georgia.
Softer, like an off-pace shot on the second opportunity on the volley. And they're going to take the second timeout
45 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, back-to-back timeouts.
Jab at it. We'll see what happens.
Game point for the Johnsons.
Time in, game point. 10-9-2.
Nice. Leah Jansen puts it down to set up Eric Oncins on the close. Rarely does Georgia Johnson leave one high in that cross-court dink battle. She did there.
That's what I meant by soft, is kind of going downwards and at the feet instead of going at JW and Georgia. That's a really tough battle when you're hitting the ball into their body. They're just
second serve
with force.
9-10-2. Side out.
Unfortunate side out there.
Game
a little
point.
rushed on the 3rd on both opportunities.
Game point number 2 for the Johnsons at 10-9-1. ATP defended. JW Jansen follows it up, though, puts it away. 11-9. The Jansens storm back to take game one. What will be the carryover for Jansen and Oncins in game two? That's the question I'll be watching as we go to break. More to come from the Select Medical Orange County Cup presented by Rain. The game one.
0-0-1.
Nearly on their fingertips.
Second serve. 0-0-2.
Oh!
Point.
JW Jansen with the Burt.
He read that like a book.
Yeah, he did.
1-0-2.
How about that? To open up the scoring in game two. Oh, man. A skipper off the tape, and Georgia Jansen finds an ATP out of it.
Georgia's controlling every single point with the forehand dink on that right side. She's doing a great job. I want to see Leah Jansen mixing it up over to JW a little bit more, like that. Just kind of open things up. There you go.
Side out. Zero, 2-1. Second serve. 0-2-2. Side out.
Just one step ahead of the game every single time as JW Jansen ball back to the 2 seed who stole game one off of Jansen and Oncins. We'd love to know what you think, Michelle, on what Jansen and Oncins' best odds are strategy-wise to get back in this game. That was deep.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're playing a lot to Georgia, but Georgia's the one that's setting things up and putting things away. You don't necessarily have to attack JW, but going towards the middle would be great.
Point. Timeout receivers, 4-0-1.
And Leah Jansen has had enough. Well, you feel for Leah Jansen at this point in the match. Game one, a couple of plays didn't go her way. Game two, the Johnsons causing a lot of the frustration. Game one, they were a little more self-inflicted, but the frustration is evident.
Georgia serving.
She's not going to hide that. That's what I love about Leah. You know what she's feeling. She's so honest.
4-0-1.
She has nothing to hide.
Nice test there down the line on JW Jansen.
(4-0-2).
Nice deep return. World-class defense. Oh, man, Oncins lets it go, and it's inside the baseline. Saw Georgia Jansen warming up those lobs ahead of this match. This one a little bit more out of desperation, but wow.
5-0-2.
The lob prevails.
That one hurts. AJ Kohler would be thrilled.
Point.
There's threading of the needle from Georgia Jansen.
The heavier ball, like the lifetime ball, you're allowed to hit lobs. It just drops right in. Ball's heavy, stays down, drops down quick.
(0-6-1). Point.
Great grab from Oncins. I mean, that's what was working for them in the beginning of game 1. So if they could have a little bit more patience here and build and establish,
1-6-1.
they could go on a run.
Second serve.
Just too good from JW Jansen. Eric Oncins in disbelief that he put it in harm's way. Take another peek.
I would have gone back to the feet of Georgia Jansen on that one, if I could.
Side out.
All right.
6-1-1.
Well, Leah Jansen stays patient, and then JW Jansen instigates through the middle. That's not fair.
7-1-1.
You're the one that's trying to hang in the rally.
Nice reset.
Oncins throwing everything at Georgia Jansen, only to be denied 3 times. 8-1, the Johnsons lead. What are you seeing so far from Georgia in that world-class defense?
That's so good. I mean, Georgia's so strong. She kind of baits you into getting into those hand battles, and she's been on top. Like,
I think Johnson Waters got a game off them, but it was
I don't think that's
dominant.
talked about enough. I feel like
Second
people need to talk about that more. What's that? Is that Amy Waters' first or only loss of the season ever?
In mixed or what division?
All of them.
No, because she lost that day in women's doubles as well to Georgia and Hurricane Tyra Black.
Come on, Georgia's under talked about. I feel like. I mean, come on, she's playing so good. She's understanding the game.
9-1-2.
She's also a young player herself.
Side out.
It's exciting stuff.
Big 8-point hold to climb out of here for Oncins and Jansen.
Second serve.
Finally get the side out. It's so frustrating not being able to execute that third.
Side out.
Attempt at a reset. Good look, but just short.
9-1-1. Second serve.
First dink that Georgia's missed in 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. Feels that way, doesn't it?
9-1-2. Point.
Nice drip there.
Match point.
Jansen, the combination of the drive and the drop.
Match point off the drip.
10-1-2.
Wow, clean winner down the line. Georgia Jansen loves a counter against the guys in mixed. A warm embrace from the sibling duo. All smiles for JW Jansen. And the crowd arises for the world #2 on their way to the quarters.
Absolutely great job to Leah Jansen.